Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Educational Gamer, and we are playing Strategic Command World War II. Or World at War. Before we go ahead and turn it over to the X's, I do want to do one thing, and that is take one of our transports and land it in Syracuse. Can we do that? Apparently we cannot, but I guess next time we will. So that's fine. Let's turn it over towards the X's, see what they are going to do on the Eastern Front and on the Sicilian Front. Soviet morale boost, that is very good to see. Italian morale falls, that is also very good to see. Greek partisans disrupting their supplies a little bit, that is nice but not critical. And of course we are blockading the ports. So, better logistics for the UK, better industrial technology, advanced tanks, advanced fighters, and command and control, logistics, all of these very, very good news, especially Soviet. One of the most important probably is Soviet command and control level. That is one of the key aspects, because it will allow us to use our headquarters for more troops. Most important thing is, how is the weather going to be, and how is it going to be on the Eastern Front? Will the Luftwaffe appear in force, or will they be grounded by a lot of rainfall and such? I certainly hope for the latter. Japanese evacuating from Papua New Guinea, as it appears, reinforcing some troops along the lines. But yeah, I don't doubt that there will be a lot of attacks. Yeah. Including some bombings over here. More bombs. Yeah, our fighters really are struggling against theirs, but... yeah, and our AA is slightly out of position this turn. So they'll definitely try to take this town. It's a corner position and it's a corps instead of an army. This army looks pretty badly positioned as well. Heavy tanks slaughtering us really badly. That army is in deep, deep trouble. I really hope that we are not going to lose an army over there. Losing an army would be dramatically bad. This army is being pushed back over here, but we haven't lost it. Yeah, did lose that one though, and heavily so. The Germans do still have a lot of steam in them, I have to say. We might be losing as many as 3 units over here. I think we are. 3 units is a big, big loss. Ooh, and our cavalry taking some heavy damage over there. And these German tanks also still going very strong. We do have some reserves, especially on the northern front, so I'm not concerned about the integrity of the line as such. But still, these were dramatically bad results for us. Likewise over here, just look at that. A tank division coming in and slaughtering us. Some Fallschirmjägers over here. We'll really have to see how strongly we can hold out. At least this army seems to survive over here. So that's nice to see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. A lot of Germans being brought towards southern Italy. More heavy tanks appearing on the front. Heavy tanks really, really are the bane of our existence. We really don't have an answer to that, as the Soviets especially. Alright, it is over to our turn though, so we should be trying to do some things. Come on. Let's actually start by looking at Italy to see how much we'll be able to break out over there. And then we can go to the other. Yeah, just 2 armies destroyed, just like that. Some intel. Mostly meaningless, to be honest. Yeah. Kyoto. Of course we know that there are troops inland of all of the Axis nations, but yeah, it's not that meaningful a note. Okay, let's start out in Italy. We do have the 101st Airborne and the 2nd Corps capable of striking the guys in Palermo. Not very successfully though, I'm afraid. And we do have the 2nd Marine Division facing off against some of these guys. They are capable of dealing a lot of damage on these Germans, so yes please, I am going to take that chance. Can also reduce their readiness a little bit more. We have some medium bombers over here who could be doing a lot of strikes. So is it more important to break out over here or over here? I think over here, because our supply really is kind of not that great. Yeah, so let's start out with our medium bombers. Reduce their readiness and supplies, hopefully by quite a bit. Yeah, morale is at 16% now, and we would actually be able to do damage against them instead of the other way around as before. Our tactical bombers likewise capable of some strikes now. Another medium bomber down here. Medium bombers really are mostly to reduce the readiness and the morale. So striking these guys again to me doesn't seem to make that much sense because they have already very low supply. So I'm going to strike the Hungarian Corps, that is what it is, over there in Italy, so that we'll be able to break out a little bit more easily. What's this? Heavy artillery, okay. Not too bad, not exactly what I expected over here, but still fine. And then, do we have tactical bombers? Yes, we do. Tactical bombers, on the other hand, are actually there to do damage. Okay, let's try to do damage towards the fourth core. Not capable to do that, but we can attack and reduce their entrenchments a little bit. And conduct some strikes on them, so that's alright, I guess. These troops over here can still not be transported, so let's start out with the guys that can. And bring our UK boys home. Right. So, headquarter unit, can you be transported? Yes, you can. Bradley headquarter, can you please come out of these transports? Yeah, we really need these positions to be reinforced. Right, we do have some special forces though. We do have these guys and these guys, so we can conduct additional landings. Now originally I thought about landing in Genoa. Let's scout out the coast though and see what the enemy has. Genoa means we could get the harbour of La Spezia immediately, and that would be, I think, an important objective. And over here in Roma there's not much that we can do, so there's no ability for us to cut off these Germans easily. On the other hand, getting this port would also be helpful. Could potentially get this port up to Brandini, but we really need supply sources. I think, yeah. You know what? Let's go for Genoa. Let's take our troops over here and land in Genoa. We do get La Spezia Harbour. That's nice to see. We can even advance a little. So where would we advance to? I believe towards Bologna wouldn't be bad, because that would allow us potentially at some point to cut off that rail line going south over here, so that's decent. And then our secondary troops, well, we should really be careful not to lose Genoa itself. Could certainly land over here. Okay, let's come into La Spezia and land over there. And we can take Bologna itself. Okay, let's do that. Let's take Bologna, cutting off the troops over there so that the Germans cannot move out, nor can too many other units move in, and that's fine. And then these guys are also transports. Second army, that's good. Third army. Okay, let's bring the second army towards over here. And let's bring the third army into Genoa itself, so that if there is any strike, we will be able to repulse them. Right, I don't think we need the AA transports, the AA capabilities, so let's put these guys into long-range transports. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than any other way, but still that's fine. Tanks should be upgraded, and if we are upgrading them, let's also give them some AA defenses, and these mechanized forces can simply move in. Do we want to move our tanks? Well, I mean, the harbor itself seems to still be lacking, so let's put these guys onto long-range amphibious transports, as always, and that's fine. And then slowly but surely we'll only be able to unload all of our transports. Are there many UK transports? I think you guys all moved. You are UK as well. You're in Sudanese headquarter, actually. Bring it over there. Mexicans, Canadian, oh, destroyer. Destroyer's fine. Don't need to be too concerned with that. Should probably bring in a transport unit to La Spezia itself, so that we can land over there and expand our presence simply. And then what I'd rather like to do is upgrade these fighters to the very latest designs, and then soon we'll be able to move them out. And I think that's alright. I do think we also have some fighters up here in the UK. Yeah, we do. Very, very nice. Good. Also in the UK, well, everything else over there should be fine. Right, so that defensive line should hold. We are making some progress over here. Supply situation is improving, but very slowly so that's alright-ish. Can you be transported? Just on... okay, yeah, because you are a special forces unit. Still, let's operate these guys also to the UK. And that's fine. Good. In the UK itself, we probably want to reinforce some of our units. Yeah, why not the carriers, submarine. That's fine. Good. Can you do something over here? You cannot really, though. And you cannot be transported out of here. Yeah, so let's use our carriers to do some strikes on Christosont, hoping to increase our chances a little bit. Not too bad. At the very least, it's gonna be... Okay. Transport this again. And bring you over... Okay, this heavy cruiser can leave. And then we can probably get into Rosint. Move out. Nice. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, very nice. And you can go to Edinburgh. Good. Right, so I think probably we'll at some point want some forces more in Norway just to get rid of these garrisons and all of that, but for now I think we are actually fine. Bring it down here so that you can strike next turn, if at all possible. The submarine here seems to drain the shells from the coastal batteries, which is kind of funny because I kind of don't think that's what was planned over there. What are you? Oh, the desert field artillery. That's fine. Yeah. Everything else over here is alright. Let's bring the carriers more towards the UK. There's still an Italian submarine, which I haven't seen in ages. It's probably in the Adriatic Sea. It must be. It must. Yeah, I think it must be. So make sure to blockade their approach. Good. Yeah, this situation up there is a little bit tentative, but can you actually land? No, you cannot. Maybe want to move you up there though. How's your supply situation? How's your supply situation going to be? It's not that dramatically good. You know what? Let's actually bring Bradley to La Spezia. I think down here we'll be entering a little bit of stalemate, but we'll probably be able to conduct a more of a strike with these guys up there, I believe. Good. Right. Lots of forces that we can use to strike some things, but... Oh, we should also though then use some of the transport over here just to land more troops. And that should be fine. What are you, Polish Corps? Yeah, you need to go to the UK. As fast as possible, please. And that's fine. Good. So, we did deal with the Mediterranean. We did deal, I believe, with the Eastern Front, didn't we? No, we did not. Yeah, no, of course. Right, so let's look at this southern part of the... Shall we? No, let's actually do the Allied moves first, and then maybe we can do the Soviet fronts in the next episode. Bring the Argentinians close towards the Mediterranean. It's alright. Didn't we have another UK force somewhere? Yeah, another garrison type unit. I guess you can actually stay on the transport so that we don't pay all the time for moving you about. More Indians over here as well. That's alright. Good. So, in Java, we've destroyed their headquarter unit, and that means they're now very, very weak. Which I appreciate. Didn't quite manage to kill them there, but here we go. Shattered unit. Rodan captured. And soon all of these guys should be able to receive upgrades and all of that. Ooh, that's very expensive. Yeah, for the mobility upgrade though, so yeah, understandably so. Okay, let's try to have a look over here. So there is someone in Brunei. This is a normal core, so it will actually have trouble landing there like that. Supply over here is increasing. You can't be moved this term, so yeah, we are going to reinforce that position. Can take all of Formosa now. Do some strikes down here. Start with airstrikes. Nice. Very good. Very, very good. So, San Jose taken back. Should reduce the morale of the Japanese and increase ours. Situation down here is starting to look worse and worse though. Okay, so what we're going to do is you are going to be put on long range amphibious transport. And that has to be alright. Good. Fine. So, how are things looking up here in Truk? Special forces are there. And we do of course have some special forces. Guam is very heavily occupied. How is Palau? Secondary supply situation? Yeah, so let's actually land over there. Suffer some landing casualties, but we should be able to upgrade that soon enough. And since it's a national morale objective, I think that has a little bit more priority. We can't really engage all of these areas, but I'm happy, I think, with engaging some of them. we can bypass really a lot of their positions. How's the situation down here? Be able to take that. And take these guys. You should reinforce. Just by 1 point though. That really useful. Let's upgrade them then. And you know what? You should also... you can't. Soon we will be though. Strike. We do also have this American headquarter, MacArthur. Let's transport you. Bring you a little bit closer towards the front line over there. Which should also give us a little bit more supply, I think. So that should be alright. Good. Let's look at the national morale briefly of everyone. So, for the USSR, national morale, yes, very good. Boost due to the second front over here. German morale lower than the USSR morale, that's extremely good. And Japan really, really dropping. Which, of course, is also very good for us. So I'm missing a couple of special forces here to take back Brunei, which would undoubtedly be very, very good for us. We should probably also start to scout out a little bit the coast of the Philippines. So let's have a look what's over here. Not much that we can see. And even this position that is free, so that I'm very happy about. Because that means we can indeed land over here and start to develop some attack over there. Let's put these South Africans on long-range amphibious transports. And transports, respectively. South Africans... Didn't we have more? Yeah, you're South African. Yeah, and the Australians can move back to port. You're right. You are right anyway. Chinese medium bombers. Very low supply down here. But it can't be moved either. What are we gonna do with our Malayan troops? I don't think we can land them up here. This is not enough. Jojo, we could land them over there. Not a critical approach though. Yeah, making sure we are scouting this out, I think, is the best that we can do for now. These special forces can move up here. Yeah. But Okinawa is too occupied. So I think really the Philippines is what we will have to look at next. I mean, it's nice that we have the Marianas over there. We can also get better fighters for our air groups. Although for now that's not critical. And we do have 2 more carriers for the UK. Which I think we want to bring home. Yeah, let's bring them to home waters. And I think that should be alright. Good. Yeah, so happy about the results down here, all in all. So, may not move you up. Unfortunate. Medium bombers from India. Guess he'll need to be operated at some point. Yeah, and let's get the light cruisers from Batavia into harbour. That should be fine. Good. So that does deal with the situation in the Far East. So yeah, actually the only thing to do is actually look at the Soviet front. So, did lose over here, were pushed back over here. Still the situation over here is not down here in the south, isn't too bad, except for this army. which definitely needs to come back. Let's actually start out by looking who you are guarding. So why not the heavy tanks? Yeah, it's fine. It's gonna be detached. Tanks, 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 mechanized forces. Looks reasonable. This core maybe is a little bit redundant. This army is one of our best, so I want to keep it. And then let's actually attach this army. Can we attach something more? We might be able to attach 7 units now. And in that case, I believe this one is a good one. Yeah, that's it though. Yeah, so up over here, we could do some counter strikes. I'm slightly worried about these forces though. Our mechanized forces are alright. Our heavy tanks, just bring them up over here and then push them back out of that town again. Okay, so some of you plainly need to be reinforced. Yeah, likewise these fighters. And down here though, yeah, well, if you can't do anything significant, we might simply pull you back, move in the army, so that these guys can get their AA reinforcements next time around. That should be fine. Oh well, I could have withdrawn the engineers as well. Maybe it would have been a little bit better. Okay, and here we are going to try to take out these Italians, which did work out beautifully. Bring in the core over there. Bring the AA brigade down here, because I know that these guys will be under attack. I think this would be a beautiful attack. Likewise with this. There is the artillery, but I'm gonna ignore it. It doesn't seem to have any capabilities anyway right now. So that's actually very interesting, because that means I could potentially strike over here and bring in the tanks. Interesting result. And the mechanized forces, I'd rather reinforce you, I think. Okay, and yeah, you really should try to take them out. Which we do. And which is very nice. Good. Move up the tanks, attack the artillery. I'm worried about these heavy tanks though, so on the other hand we are heavy tanks as well. And our readiness is extremely good. You know what, let's push up. And that would be a drastically bad result. But let's attack the artillery, and that's fine. Good. On the southern part of the front, not much that we can do in any other way. I should probably come back. You should probably try to make your way to a road. So on the Minsk part of the front, I think we should potentially shorten our front line. I don't think there's much that can be gained from holding out or trying to hold out over here. At least on this road, I think is where we should be staying. So we can pull back some of our troops like such. You need to be pulling back. We've got these tanks though. And we've got this army. So I would like to move out these tanks. The problem is the zone of control. If I could pull back these tanks, then I could pull back that army, which would be fine. Some of these brigades simply need to be reinforced. Some also need to be upgraded, of course. Yeah, these tanks up over here need to get better. And that's alright. Move up this core means we can reinforce them. That should be reinforced. Fighters need to be reinforced. That's fine. Good. So how can we take out these guys? Could do a strong attack over there. Can also pull up over here, which is interesting. Not so much against these tanks, but maybe... Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to move this army down here. Means we can attack the headquarters. Bad result. Still, I mean... I think this is a good way to do it. That does mean we can reinforce quite a couple of our units. Should also think about upgrading as much as possible, because I definitely want to have the AA defense. Why can I not upgrade you? Weird. Did I move you? Potentially. Didn't even recognize that. Right, and then up here, do we need to do anything? I don't think so. This attack isn't too favorable, I believe. This one definitely isn't. This one not either. Let's strike these units for no other reason than that I would like to reduce their readiness and morale a little bit. You know what, we can strike with these special forces as well. Yeah, and that does leave them at severely reduced morale, which I'm particularly happy about. Good. Should we have actually attacked anywhere with our tactical bombers? Don't think so, but let's make sure. Let's try this. Ooh, and they're not actually bringing in any AA defenses or any fighters, which is interesting, I believe. These Fallschirmjägers were really bothering us at some points in the battle, so... Oh, I actually should have checked for the assignments of these headquarter units, because they are not set to auto. So yeah, I'll need to check that next time around. Let's place the new units, especially as the USSR, so we've got more rocket artillery, which I'm extremely happy about. Where do we want to place that? Do we want to give some boost to the units down here, or do we want to simply increase our abilities up here? I think in the south that wouldn't be a bad decision. Potentially up here somewhere. And another headquarter unit, which is also appreciated, and which I think we're going to place down here. That should be fine. Good. Very nice results. So I am gonna look at the R&D and that, because I don't think that's that important. And I'll simply tell you in the beginning of the next turn what we're going to do. Are we going to click through together? I don't quite know. But yeah. And see what we have in terms of build order. But all in all, I'm pretty happy that we are seemingly at a point where we can do 2 episodes. Or can do the entire turn in 1 episode. So, thank you very much for watching. See you guys next time.